At this stage, it's a good question, Fleck, because at this stage he can take more risks. But
Yeah.
I think what we know as fan base and as fans of the club, I think we know that this is maybe the maximum that these players can give in terms of what they're able to produce, especially within this system, especially with this approach of football as well, the way that we're trying to play. I think Ruben is being a bit, a bit, being a bit too conservative with the way that he's trying to play. I think he could have, especially in particular for that 90 minutes that we just played, I think he could have maybe used a bit more of the youth players or guaranteed to give them a bit more minutes. I think that's the situation that we're in right now. What he can do more now is prepare the younger players for next season. We're going to have to use them a lot next season, Flex. So it's like, can you prepare um Jack Morehouse, for example? Can he show us some attributes and characteristics that you need within those two tens, or an eight position? Can he show us characteristics, and can you get him to be more intentional and improve as a player within this swap window? Because you're not going to be able to get much usage out of a Casemiro. Toby's there, but he's injured a lot, and that's another player that you need to utilize and get more out of. Sekou Kone, all these youth players, even Obi Martin. Could you have played him for 10 minutes instead of the three?
Yeah, should never have got 3 minutes. There's no point.
Yeah, we've seen Højlund. He's just running around. He's not been able to get himself involved right now. It's unfortunate, by the way, because I think Dorgu's trying to swing in those crosses now from the left hand side, and it looks like there could be a little bit of understanding there. As let's just deliver the cross into the space and I'll attack it. But could Obi Martin produce something a bit different? As a striker. The likes of Harry Amas, we've been saying it for a couple of seasons now, and he's now in a better position as a left wing back than the heavy defensive duties that you'll have to be doing as a left back. So Ruben, he needs to take a bit more risks. The fact that we're in this situation is an indictment on the last 10 years. It's showing the consistent downward spiral over the course of the last 10 years. That's a bigger issue that's beyond the manager. And I think we were trying to say that over the last 2 years, over Ten Hag's tenure. It's been hard for me to come out and really speak because already we're gunning ho for the manager, and I've been trying to just get out of the toxicity of the club against managers.
You just go straight into the next one.
Yeah.
you just jump straight into the next batch of toxicity or uncertainty
straight
about the manager.
Like, we need patience now. We need it. It's a different system. And it's a group of players that we as fans know that they're not going to win the Premier League. They're not good enough to win the Premier League. We've been watching them for at least a good few of them for 3 years or so. Or for some of them, it's like what James just said. He just came through the door and we're calling for his head. He just came through the doors, actually. So it's like we have to give Amorim a bit more patience and try not to repeat the sins of what happened under Ten Hag. And by the way, Ruben's not doing what Ten Hag's doing. He's sticking with his principle.
Yeah.
Ten Hag decided to change it, and we crucified him for that. So let's give this guy time to stick with his system. And when we talk about backing a manager, it's outgoings as much as incomings. So we're doing that bit now, and the manager took a massive risk in getting rid of players without properly replacing them, guys. But I think now that there's space within the squad, utilize that space. Get the youth players in that have the characteristics. They're not, and we as fans have to support them. This is what we're built on. We're built on, going into our academy and reinventing ourselves. That's what we're built on. So why is he not utilizing that? It's going to take him maybe some time to start getting with that program. But I believe in this manager. I think he can win the Premier League. I think he can win the Champions League at this football club.
You said you was on that with Ten Hag from the start as well. He said he will bring us the top. And to be fair, that's what belief is. You know what I mean? I think the time will tell.